Test, test. Give it a few minutes. See if my people will join me. Got a very specific word today. There's my girl, Sean. My dude, Sean. I thought that was Shamika. Sorry about that, Sean. I know you with Shamika, so I thought I saw her name pop up. But my man, Sean Bradley, I see you, bro. Give me a few minutes, man. Before I get started. I'm gonna jump in here in a minute. Just got finished hitting some balls out in the backyard, Peace Haven. Call it Peace Haven Golf, man. I can't even get out to the course, man. Can't get out to the course, so I set up a little practice range out the back. Chipping, putting. Yvette Payne, I see you. Welcome. Giving it a few minutes before I get started. I got some very, very specific stuff to talk about y'all today. I hope y'all can stay with me as long as you can, because you may just give your blessings today. And you know what? I want to say you may get your blessings, but I'll put it like this. I know someone is going to get a blessing, someone specific. Now, when I say someone specific, I don't know who that person might be. There's Shamika. Hey, what's up, Shamika? I see you. I saw you. I saw Sean's name popped up a minute ago, and I thought it was you. I said, hey, that's my girl. I said, wait a minute, that's Sean. My dude, Sean Bradley. Hey, Sean, man, you one of my squad leaders, man. Just remember that. Just keep that term in your mind, okay? Squad leader, okay? Squad leader. Okay, yeah. Just keep that term in your mind. But hope you're doing well, Shamika. Blessings, grand risings. I've been up for a while. I've been up. Man, I gotta tell y'all this. Let me slow down for a minute, because I don't have any notes, no script, shooting from the hip. But I gotta tell a few things that's been happening since, like, man, it's been nonstop. This stuff has been like nonstop. My life has been nonstop. It's amazing the things that are happening, and it just keeps happening, and just keeps going. It's like a movie that never ends. Okay, but this goes all the way back, at least till September, and a lot of stuff has been happening since September. My Aunt Dora May show know what that means. Some of you all know what that means. September 28th. But it's been nonstop since September 28th. Sean, Michael, how are you doing? Me and Shamika are one. So it was her. And she is me. I know you are, bro. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. I am her and she is me. That's what I'm talking about, Sean. And see, listen, man. Listen, we're going to need that. We're going to need that unity. When I say we're going to need that, some stuff that we're going to do in the future, and I'm going to go ahead and prophesy. I don't like to say, this is what we're going to do. I like to say, God willing. If it's in God's will, this is what we're going to do. Because I never want to get ourselves out there in front of God. Okay? So, see, God will have a way of saying, look, man, slow down, slow your roll. I'm still in charge here. So I always say, God willing. But God willing, man, there's some stuff He has for us to do, man. And we need the unity of what you and Shamika have. We need that unity, that young love, that young unity that people really think don't exist anymore. They really don't think that exists, especially in the black community. Especially in the black community. When I met you all for that first time that night, and I'm getting a little off script. I don't have a script, so it's coming as it comes. Right? When I first met you guys that first night, I was so impressed with the unity that you guys had. Young couple, young black couple, queen, king, sticking together. And I picked up on that right away. And that's why, man, that night was a very, very special night, because of some other stuff that happened that day. And that whole day was a trip, okay? Not only with me, but through some other folks that they were going through some things, and the enemy was trying to come at us on all different flanks, okay? But we were victorious. And that night that I met you all, man, I just said we, but I was by myself. But maybe I wasn't by myself, right? But watch this. That night I met you guys, man, I picked up on that unity, man, and we're gonna need that. We're gonna need that in what we're gonna do, hopefully, God willing, in the future. We're gonna need that unity and that example of young, black, unified love. I am her, she is me. Don't get it twisted. I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. So a couple things happened, like especially like this morning, early this morning. So like yesterday I was out back, okay, Peace Haven. Y'all know Peace Haven, right? Can't wait to have you all over, by the way. Shamika and Sean, I can't wait to have y'all come to Peace Haven, okay? You guys gonna make it, okay? Can't wait to have y'all, because we're gonna sit back there, we're gonna lay it down, we're gonna lay the stuff down, and we're gonna cook it up, and we're gonna put it out. Yeah, I see the hearts, I see it, I can't wait. I can't wait. Shoot, I might even invite y'all to get married back at Peace Haven. And then I got to clear with the queen, with my queen first. Don't let me get too far out front. Say, Mike, how did you make them a promise they could get married in backyard? But hey, I'm gonna put it out there. Hey, who knows, right? But anyway, I'm on Peace Haven. I set up my little chipping range back there. I'm hitting balls. So you know, my wife wanted some steak last night, so I grilled some ribeyes on the grill, and came on in the house, you know, sat in my recliner and just chilling, you know. And I fell asleep early, and man, I woke up at like 2:30 this morning. Wide awake, couldn't go back to sleep. And then something interesting happened. Let me turn this down a little bit. Something interesting happened within a matter of 10 minutes, and y'all can go back and look at this video I did early this morning, like 2:30, 3 o'clock this morning. Within a matter of 10 minutes, and I kid you not, 10 minutes, and it was like, what in the world's going on here? Within 10 minutes, I got 3 indications, or indicators I call them, regarding prayer, okay? And I'm gonna make this real quick, because this is not really what my topic is about, so I wanna make this real quick, while I take as much time as God wants me to take. But it's about prayer. 3 different indicators. And what came to me was that this whole coronavirus thing could be as simple as we all praying, and not just us all praying, okay, collectively. There should be a national day of prayer. You know, we'll call, you know, the president can call a national day of mourning. Something happens, space shuttle, you know, crashes, or 9/11, they could call a national day of mourning, you know, fly the flags at half-staff. Why can't they call a national day of prayer? Think about that. Why can't they call a national day of prayer to get us out of this coronavirus jam we're in? Okay, they could do that. But see, first you have to believe in prayer and the power of prayer. Now, we're not pushing religion on anybody. Look, you can pray however you choose to pray. But they can do a national day of mourning. Why can't they do a national day of prayer? So what came to me was this. And I'm going to just put it out like God gave it to me. The coronavirus thing can be something, the solution to the coronavirus problem that we have. Remember, behind every problem lies an opportunity waiting to be discovered. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. Sean and Shamika, write that down. I'll say it again because I said it kind of fast. Behind every problem lies an opportunity. The bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. There's an opportunity waiting to be discovered behind the problem of coronavirus. It's a huge problem. And all we're looking for is an opportunity behind the problem. And the bigger the problem, the bigger the opportunity. So maybe this is an opportunity for this nation to come back to God. We've gotten so far away from God. I use the analogy as a kite. Imagine when I used to fly kites when I was a kid. Remember how you used to fly a kite and your kite would get so far away you couldn't even see it anymore? And you'd be like, you get nervous, like, hey man, where's my kite at? You know, but you know, you still see the string going all the way up into the clouds, right? Right? You say, okay, because I know it's up there because my string is still going up, right? But I can't see my kite. So what would you do? You have to reel it back in. God's the same way. We have gotten so far away from God, that we're out of sight. And God said, hold on. No, I got to reel y'all back in. I can't even see you anymore. I got to reel you back in. That's the analogy I want to use with God and us as a people on this earth. We need to reel ourselves, and that's what he's doing right now. He's slowing us down. Look at what he's doing. He's almost stopped the earth rotation on its axis. Yeah, I'm going to slow you down. I'm going to slow you down and reel you back in. That's God. Okay? Now watch this. I think, this is my personal opinion, and opinions are like, noses. Everybody has one, right? Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's just my opinion. I personally believe that if our president, and you notice I'm saying our president, and I'm getting better at saying that, because back before September 28th, or actually back 3-4 weeks ago, I could choke that out. Okay, but he is our president. He was elected using our democratic system, our election process. You may like it or you may not like it. You may like him, you may not like him. It is what it is. He is in the office. Okay, until he gets voted out or any other measure that he might be removed from the office. I'm not going to speculate. I don't know, but and don't take that the wrong way. But anyway, he is our president. But if that man, listen, here's what God is putting on my spirit. If that man would fall down on his knees and repent and apologize and confess his sins. Lord, I'm sorry. I was wrong. All this time I was wrong. All my life I've been wrong. And I thought it was all about me. I can do this. And I know more about this. And then I've done more for Christians than Jesus Christ. Come on, man. How can you even fix your lips to say something like that? When they asked him, did he think that this coronavirus was an act of God? He says, no, I don't think it was an act of God. Okay, Mr. President. Well, who would know? My next question would have been, well, if you don't think it was an act of God, who do you think it was an act of? Who do you think this is an act of, Mr. President? You say you believe in God. Okay. I have my opinions about that. I'm not going to express them here and now. But who am I to say? If he says he believes in God, we'll have to take it at face value. Now, if that's the case, how could you say something like this that's affecting the whole world, that you don't believe this was an act of God? Not only that, you turn around and say you're the chosen one. Not in this order. He said these things, but maybe not in this order. And then you turn around and say you've done more for Christians than Jesus Christ. Dude, are you serious? I mean, if you're serious, we're in serious trouble. Because God is not happy with that kind of stuff. And you need, so my question becomes now is, who are his spiritual advisors? Okay? Who are they? If he even has any. And if he does have some, remember what I talk about, Edmund Burke. What? The only thing it takes for evil to triumph is for what? Good men and women, by the way. You're not off the hook, women. He just said good men as in mankind. Good men to do nothing. The only thing it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. I'm going to come back to you later on with this whole thing about the devil's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. The devil's doing his job. The problem is the men that are good aren't doing their jobs. That's the problem. That's the real problem behind all of this. Is the people who know better and know right from wrong aren't doing their jobs. They're not saying, listen, we're not going to stand up for this. We're definitely not going to get in line with it. Okay? But you've got men and women that know it's wrong. And not only are they not talking out against it and speaking out against it, but they're getting right in line. Cover down a line to your right. They're lining down right in ranks and formation. No. And then we wonder why we have this coronavirus going on. And it's continuing to go up. Think about this, y'all. And I'm getting way off topic. I'm going to get to my topic. But think about this. We can put a Hubble telescope out there to look millions of light years in the future. Out there. Boom. Mars. Exploration. Space stations. We can do all of that stuff. Right? But we can't find a cure, antidote, and a vaccine for a virus here on Earth. You know what I think it is? No, I think. I believe it's God's way of saying, listen, I am still in control. I am still in control. You may not believe in me because you say you can't see me, you can't feel me, you can't hear me, you can't touch me. But guess what? Guess what? You're going to believe in this virus that you can't what? You can't see it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it, can you? Yeah. You believe in that now, don't you? Uh-huh. People dropping like flies every day. Every day, the numbers are going up. There's more and more people that are dying by the day. There'll probably be more people that will die today than died yesterday. Val, what's up, man? I see you. I can't stop and talk, but keep coming. Stay with me, man. But listen, there's more people that died yesterday than the day before. There'll probably be more people that will die today. Watch the news. Okay? Watch the news. It's It's climbing. It's still climbing. It hasn't begun to even crest and come down. And we're all sitting around wondering why. Let's wear masks. Let's sanitize. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's make more ventilators. Let's do this. No, has anybody stopped and said, hey, let's pray? Has anybody said that? Anybody, even the religious community, has anybody said, listen, Mr. President, we need to stop right now. Mark time, march. Stop in your tracks and mark time. Stop in place and mark time. And we need to have a national day of prayer. And it needs to be called by the president himself. And then he needs to be the one that dropped down on his knees. I'm not going to say he has to do it on television, but there has to be some kind of indication that this man has repented of his sins. A lady prophesied in my life. I said this on my video last night. She prophesied in my life back in September. Michael. She called me Michael. There are lives that God has attached to your soul. No, there are souls that God has attached to your life that he is going to hold you accountable for. She told me that. And when she told me that, I had a split-second vision. I've told this before. Y'all go back and watch the videos. And it scared the living daylights out of me. And what it told me was I was heading straight to hell if I didn't change, if I didn't straighten up and fly right. And from that moment on, that's the next day I woke up that morning and I said, Aunt Dorme, I need to make an announcement. I'm accepting my calling into the ministry and I ain't turning back. I'm never going to turn back. From now to the day I die, this is what I'm going to be doing. And this is all still part of it, y'all. And it's just the beginning, hopefully. Because God promised me he would not take me away until my work was done. And I got to believe my work is just beginning, really. Okay? So here's the thing. Mr. President, if you get this message, please, if no one is around you smart enough to tell you this, I'm telling you this. So you can never say you didn't know and you didn't hear. Because you're hearing it right now from Michael, the prophet. Okay? Not Mike the pilot, but Michael the prophet. Okay? Fall down on your knees. Repent. Ask God for forgiveness. And you have to be sincere. And he will forgive you. And say, Lord, I was wrong. I'm sorry. And please, I didn't turn my do not disturb on, so I got a call coming. Hopefully I won't call back. But listen, Mr. President, fall on your knees. Ask God, please forgive me. Please, Lord. Because guess what, Mr. President? I'm telling you right now, there are lives attached to your life that until you do this, they'll continue to fall. And God's going to hold you accountable for them. God is going to hold you accountable for these lives, however many they are. He's going to hold you accountable. Now, I'm not saying it's your fault that the coronavirus came. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is you can help stop it. You can't, and I can tell you this. I can tell you this with everything I am. It doesn't help that you're running around talking about it's not an act of God and you're the chosen one and you've done more for Christians than Jesus Christ. Do you honestly think that's helping the situation? Do you honestly think that's helping the situation? No, God is furious. Say, oh, you the chosen one, huh? Chosen by who? He didn't tell y'all that, did he? He didn't say who he's chosen by. I'll leave that up for you all to determine and to interpret. Okay? He's the chosen one. He's done more for Christians than Jesus Christ himself. The next thing he's going to be telling you is to worship him. Do you honestly think God's happy with that? Do you honestly think that's helping us? And then we sitting around wondering, man, I wonder why we're going through this coronavirus thing. What in the world's going on? Nobody's smart enough to figure out God is furious. And all we have to do is right in front of us. It's just as simple as what? Falling on your knees, saying, God, we're sorry. We're sorry. We were wrong. No. Now, we lined up behind this man talking about he was more for Christians than Jesus Christ. You can't be happy with that. I promise you, if you fall down on your knees and repent, confess your sins, and promise to never do it again, return not to thy wicked ways, I promise you, instantly, God will say, okay, that's all I wanted. Boom. The virus will go away. They'll find a cure. I promise you that. Don't believe me? Just try it. You're trying everything else. They're trying everything else. But they won't pray to God. That's all I'm going to talk about on that. Now, the title of this video is called I'm Looking for You. Okay? Now, some of y'all already know what that means. I'll go ahead and explain to the ones that don't know. Many of you have heard me talk about how sometimes in life, the very thing that you're looking for at that exact moment in time is also looking for you. Okay? That's so true. Okay? The very thing that you're looking for in life it's also looking for you. Example, if you're looking for a house and you got in your mind a certain house you want to buy, and you just say, I want this, and you're very specific about what you want. Somewhere, somebody has that same house that they're trying to sell. Exact same house, okay? They have the exact same house that you're looking for. So they're looking for a buyer. You're looking for the house. You two are looking for each other, okay? And it's just a matter of each of you drawing yourselves to each other. Boom. And they'll be like, man, I was looking for you. And you'll be like, I was looking for you. So I'm looking for you. I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody specific. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to reference the Bible. King James Version. All of a sudden, my electronics want to start acting up. I know it's the devil. All right. But get ye behind me, Satan. You can't touch this. All right, here we go. This is coming from Luke, chapter 15, verses 1 through 6. Okay, and I'm going to read this. I don't like to have music playing while I'm reading the Bible, so I'll turn that down. Luke 15, 1 through 6. Listen up, y'all. Listen up. I'm looking for you. And guess what? You're looking for me. I'm looking for you, and you're looking for me. Watch this. Luke 15, verses 1 through 6. Write it down. I think I even put it in the title. Then drew near unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, This man receiveth sinners and eateth with them. They weren't happy about it, right? And this is okay. So the scribes, the Pharisees and scribes. I'm trying to teach while I'm reading. Let me read it first, and I'll teach. Okay. I'm gonna start over. Luke 15, 1 through 6. Then drew unto him all the publicans and sinners for to hear him. And the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, This man receiveth sinners and eateth with them. And he spake this parable unto them, saying, What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until he find it? And when he hath found it, he layeth it on his shoulders, rejoicing. That's Luke 15, 1 through 6. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his words. The Lord's words are already blessed. Okay, so listen to that. Which one of you, if you had 100 sheep and you lost one, just one, would you not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go look for that one lost sheep? And when you find it, you pick it up and put it on your shoulder and you rejoice. And then the scripture even goes on to talk about how when he gets back, and he tells his neighbors and his friends, hey, come and have a party with me. Let's have a cookout. I found my one lost sheep. Okay? I'm looking for that one lost sheep. I'm looking for the lost. I'm looking for the lost ones. The lost ones, the ones who feel like life, everybody has given up on them. Everybody has written them off. Okay? So now I'm talking to you, the lost ones. Okay? The ones that are saved, the other 99, you guys can watch this video. And you might even want to share, say, hey, let's help Mike find the lost ones. Let's help Michael find the lost ones. Okay? Here we go. I'm talking to you, the lost one, whoever you are. I don't know who you are specifically, but I know you are out there, and I know you're looking for me. Now, let me tell you who you are. You're doing quite well for yourself. You might even be, a baller, as we call it in the neighborhood. You're balling, right? Whatever activities you're involved in, that where you make your means of income may be questionable, if not illegal, okay? And you're rolling, okay? You got everything you want. Cars, money, clothes, women. The best food you can eat. The best drinks you can drink. You can go in the club and you can make it rain. Okay? You throw money away. But yet, something's still missing. something's still missing. And you can't figure it out. And what you try to do, what the enemy would have you do, is disguise that. Man, you're cool, man. You're all right. You're the man. You're the man in the neighborhood. You're a rock star in the neighborhood, by the way. Little kids look up to you. Okay? You're doing well, so you think. You would have all the trappings that the enemy uses. You got prestige. You got everything you want to do. You can fly out to Vegas and hang out there for a weekend and ball it up for the Super Bowl. You can do everything you want. Go to the fights, you know. Notice how God has slowed us all down, by the way. Okay? You can go to anything you want to do. You can go any place and do anything you want to do. Fly to different places, fly around the world, different countries. Okay? And maybe you're not even balling like that, on that level. But maybe you're a street hustler. Okay? You're a street hustler. And you run in the streets. And you're putting food on the table. You're feeding your kids. Okay? And you're coming up. But still, something's missing. Something's missing. And you just haven't figured it out. And something's tugging at you. Something keeps tugging at you. And you keep trying to dismiss it. And you think about your grandmother. You think about your words your grandmother used to tell you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You think about all the times your grandmother would tell you things. And those things keep coming back to you in visions and dreams. Grandmama even keep coming to you in dreams. Yeah, Big Mama. Yeah, whatever you call her. Okay? Big Mama. Remember Big Mama? How she used to talk to you when you was a child? Yeah, but you got away from that. You may have even had experience in church, or you may not have even been in church, ever been in church. But there's still something in you that no matter how much you seem to acquire, and how much success you seem to have, you think you have, okay, there's still something that is missing. It's missing, and you can't figure it out. And no one's coming to rescue you, okay? So, you know, it can't be religion, because by now they would have come and got me. They would have come and said somebody would have said something to me. Some of the saints, they would have said something to me. Okay? But nothing's happening. And you just can't figure it out. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm looking for you. And guess what? You've been looking and waiting and hoping for me to come along. In your own way, you have even said, I don't believe in God. But yet you turn around and say, God, send me a sign. Send me some kind of sign. Because you want to believe in God, but you just can't believe in him, because how could a God exist that would allow certain things that you've seen happen? Killings, murder. You may have been in prison. Okay? You've seen the evil that men can do. And you say there can't be a God that would allow this kind of stuff to happen here on earth. I'm here to tell you, there is a God. I know for a fact. I had a personal experience with God. A visitation, as I've come to learn to call it. Okay? I can show you the receipt. Watch this. I just found this receipt. About 4 or 5 days ago. I think it was Sunday I found it. Okay? Saturday or Sunday. I just found this receipt. This receipt is to a hotel. It's called, look at it. It's called the Mountaintop Motel. It's dated 4/25/99. This was 21 years ago. April the 25th, it'll be 21 years ago. The 21st anniversary. 21 years ago. I just found this receipt 4 days ago. Do you know how much I've moved around in the last 21 years? And this receipt survived somehow. I just stumbled across it the other day. Pristine condition. I'm getting ready to have it framed. Okay? The reason why this receipt is so significant is because this is the day the Lord took me to the mountaintop. I cried out to him, Lord, take me away. I had begged God to take me away from this earth. And if he didn't, he has to tell me why he wanted me to stay. That day he answered my prayer. Because I asked, can you hear me? I asked specifically, I said, can you hear me? I want to go. I'm ready to come home. And if you don't want me to come home, you need to tell me why you want me to stay. I've told the story before. I'm not ashamed to tell it, okay? Because somebody will get blessed in me telling the story. God took me to this hotel. I had no intentions of going to this hotel. I just stumbled across it. Remember, stumbled, all these coincidences, right? I just happened to stumble across this hotel. When I walked into the hotel room, the Bible was sitting on the desk drawer. On the top of the desk, which normally Bibles are closed in the drawer, desk drawer, when you go into a hotel room. This particular room, the Bible was on the desk, opened up to Psalms 20, verse 1, and it read, my eyes went straight to that verse, and it said, the Lord hear you in thy day of trouble. Coincidence again, right? Now, I had just screamed out to God. You guys can hear the whole story if you go back a few videos and watch. But you'll hear the whole story. But I had just screamed out to God, Lord, take me, please. I'm ready to come home. Can you hear me? And if you don't tell me why, if you don't take me, then you got to tell me why you want me to stay here. Well, he answered my question that day. Can you hear me? Yes, I hear you. The Lord I hear you in your day of trouble. But here's the interesting part. Now, this thing took me all the way back 21 years ago. Watch this. I was by myself that day when I walked into that hotel room. Watch this, y'all. This is going to give y'all chills. And as God is my witness, I got a Bible right here. I put my right hand on it. As God is my witness, I couldn't make this up. God would send me straight to hell for just lying like this. Okay? When I walked into that office, it was like a small mom and pop motel. Y'all Google it. Google Mountaintop Motel, Fancy Gap, Virginia. Google it. You'll see the pictures of it. All right? When I walked into the office, the lady came out from behind the office area, and she looked at me. She says, "My God, are you okay?" I looked that bad. All right, I looked like I had just been to hell and back, which I pretty much did. Okay, and I said, "Yeah, I just need a room for the night." She filled out the registration card. She asked me for my name. I didn't have an address because I wasn't really living anywhere. She looked outside. She saw I was driving a Dodge van, my work van. Okay, I just finished the Mount Zion project. And then she did this. Room number 9, number and party 2. When I saw that, and the first time I ever even saw that was a couple of days ago when I coincidentally happened to stumble across this receipt again. Come on, y'all. And at some point, we got to stop saying, well, that's just a coincidence, Mike. No, that's just, come on, y'all. That's God. That's God talking to us. That's God talking to me. When I looked at the receipt, it said number and party 2. I was by myself that day. Or was I? Man, was I? Really? Was I by myself? No, I wasn't by myself. But what did she see? When she was filling out the registration card, when she looked up, did she see somebody standing behind me? Did she see a guardian angel that God had dispatched? Go with him. He's in trouble. Go with him. Stay with him. He's in serious trouble right now. And that lady wrote the number 2 on this registration card. Now we could all say, well, she just made a mistake. My wife even said, well, maybe she just thought she saw 2 people. Maybe somebody else. I said, honey, nobody else was in the office when I walked in there. I was by myself. Because, my wife, first thing she gonna think, we weren't married at the time, right? But we were having a little problem. We were like dating. So I hadn't talked to her in like 3 days. She was tripping on that, and I was tripping. I was going crazy. All this stuff is going on, right? So when she saw the receipt, she says, wait a minute, that's that weekend that you didn't talk to me for 3 days. I was calling you, you didn't return my calls. And here's a motel registration that says number and party 2. I said, yeah, honey. I said, I was by myself. I said, but what I'm saying here is, was I really by myself? And we talked about it. And she understood. She says, I believe you. She said, I can't explain it, but I believe you weren't with another woman. Okay? Because as God is my witness, I was by myself. I was at the lowest point in my life. And I walked into this hotel room, in this hotel office, and I registered. I had them register me for a room. She had one room left, by the way. I got one room left. It's right on the end. I went down there, opened the door. My eyes went straight to a Bible on the desk, walked up to the Bible, looked down, and it was in Psalms 20, verse 1. The Lord hear you in our day of trouble. In that moment, a peace came over me. And I knew that God was speaking to me. So I know God exists. Back to the office again. I know God dispatched an angel when he heard me cry out, Lord, can you hear me? Yes, I hear you, son. Matter of fact, I'm going to send you an angel. And he put an angel in that van with me. Because I was like hoping the van would lose control and I would just flip a couple of times and be gone. But instead, God sent an angel. And that angel directed me all the way up to the mountaintop. That's why I say I've been to the mountaintop. Okay? I've been to the mountaintop. I've been to the mountaintop. I have been to the mountaintop. And when I walked into that office, was I by myself? No. There's a poem I love. It's called Footprints. And God says, son, the times that you see only one set of footprints, that's the time I carried you. Those are the times that I carried you. There was an angel with me that day. And that's what that woman saw. She saw something. I don't know what she saw. But she didn't see just one man standing there. She saw two people. She saw an image of something. I don't know what she saw. And she put that number in party too. So this is how I know God exists. And that was the first time. And then he had another occurrence. I'm not going to go into that. But that was the end of my total transformation. The finale of my total transformation, which was really just a few weeks ago. Okay, so I'm going back to you again. I told you that story because sometimes you may have wondered, does God really exist? I'm here to tell you he does, brother, sister, whoever you are. But you're looking for me, and I'm looking for you. And you've tried everything else. You've tried everything else. And I'm going to say now, try God. And you may say, well, man, I can't do that, man. I'll mess up my reputation, my credibility in the hood, and, I lose friends. And I've been down that road, brother. I've been down that road. When God called me to speak, to preach, and even now I still say speak, but God called me to preach, okay? I had promised him, I said, Lord, if you would order my steps, I promise God, I'll do anything. I'll go, I'll speak, I'll sing, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it, even if I don't understand it. And then the first time he asked me to do something, I said, well, I don't know, God. My friends going to think I'm crazy. My family I don't know about that one. You got something else for me I can do? Wait a minute, Mike, you just said, you just promised me, that you would do this thing for me, even if you didn't understand. You were the one who said, even if you didn't understand, you would still do it. And the first time I reneged on the deal. And I had to pay for it. And once I fully and wholly accepted my calling, my whole life has changed. And I'm not ashamed anymore. I'm not ashamed to lose friends. I'm not ashamed of what people might think. I'm not ashamed that people think I'm crazy. They think I've gone over the deep end. Mike has lost it. Maybe it was a kidney thing. He just couldn't wait. He just thought he was waiting so long for a transplant. It started driving him crazy. No. None of that. You know what the thing is? I'm waiting for a kidney transplant right now. You want to know what the second thought in my mind is? My kidney transplant. I don't even think about it anymore. I really don't even think about getting a kidney transplant. Sure, I would like to still receive one, but I put it in the Lord's hand. I said, Lord, if it's your will that I get a kidney, I'll get one. If it's not, I won't. And I'll be at peace either way. So I don't even think about that anymore. Now I have to go to dialysis 3 days a week. That's a routine I go through to stay alive. But other than that, I don't think about, am I going to get a kidney? Am I not going to get a kidney? Who going to, when they going to call me? I'm all about now fulfilling my mission in life, what God has called me to do. Here's what I'm going to wrap this up with. God has called me to look for people like you, the ones, the lost ones, the ones that out of 100, the only one that got away. The other 99, what did Jesus say? Which one of you, if you lost one sheep, you would leave the other 99 in the wilderness, by the way? Why would Jesus use the term wilderness? I love the words, the word choice that Jesus uses. He said, which one of you wouldn't leave the other 99? Why didn't he just stop there? Wouldn't you just leave the other 99 and go look for that one? But he says this, you would leave the other 99 in the wilderness and go look for that one. That one. And guess what? Let's talk about that one that got lost, that one sheep. Do you not think that when that one sheep got separated from the herd, the other 99, they're terrified. They're looking, oh, where's everybody at? I'm by myself. It's me against the world. And then the shepherd looking for that sheep, and that sheep looking for that shepherd. Can you imagine the joy that sheep felt when the shepherd shows up and the shepherd picks up the sheep and places it on his shoulder and says, let's go home, let's go back, let's go back, let's go home. The joy that sheep felt when it was found, I promise you that's the same joy you would feel. Connect with me however you can. I'll leave my email in the comment section. I'll leave my phone number in the comment section. I would have never done that before. Put my phone number out like that. I don't care. But put my phone number out there, email, because I know that I'm looking for you and you're looking for me. You still have a chance. This could be possibly your last chance. I don't know. But what you don't want to do is get this word and disregard it and go straight to hell. And then when you stand before the Maker, your excuse would be, well, you know, God, I just didn't know. Nobody ever came for me. I was lost, but nobody ever came to find me. You know, the church folks were scared of me, so they never talked to me. And, you know, even when I went to church, you know, they all looked at me in a like condescending way and judgmental. So I got turned off by that, you know, so I never went back. And I never just knew, and God is going to stop you. Did Michael, the prophet, not come to you and tell you that he was looking for you? Did he not? I know he did, because I sent him. I sent him looking for you. And he did his job, but you were just disobedient. And you turned the other way and went the other way and continued to do what you did and were doing in your life. And even though you had it made, I'm telling you, you can get to a point in your life that the enemy can trick you to believe that you got everything you want. Houses, cars, money, friends, the finest things in life. But you know there's something that's still missing. You know there's something still missing. When you lay your head down at night sometimes, you say, man, is this really all there is to life? I've got everything I want, but still something seems to be missing. And for some reason, your grandmother keeps coming back to me. Your grandmother, all the things she talked to you about and spoke to you about. Yeah, your grandmother. Come home, my son. Come home. Don't listen to me. Don't look at me. Hear the word. Hear the voice of God speaking through me. This is for you. I'm looking for you, and you've been looking for me. Now let's connect. Okay? That's it. I done my job this morning. I was out back, chipping balls in the backyard. God said, I need you to go do this. Okay, Lord. Aye, sir. Boom. I told God, if I don't understand it, even if I don't understand it, I'll do it. God put this in my spirit to do this morning. And I locked them up. Aye, sir. Came in here, set it all up. Look, I still got my glove on from this morning. Hitting ball. Here's a golf club. All right. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back out in the yard and keep pitching balls. I'm working on my short game. So I'm gonna reach out to some of y'all. Janet, I see you, babe. I see you. At one time, all Christians have been that lost sheep. So glad he came and found us. That's right. And this is my girl Janet. We go way back. And don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm happily married, but sometimes I'll say, hey, boo, you know, that kind of thing. This is a term of endearment, you know. Janet and I were good friends when I first moved to Joppatown, by the way. Okay, when I was a kid. All right. And she's right. At one point, all of us were lost. All of us. And guess what? God sent someone to get us. Right? Maxine Rush, I'm so glad you're here. Let me go back to this. Maxine, go back if you haven't seen it from the beginning, Maxine. I appreciate you so much because you're one of my prayer warriors. Janet, I appreciate you. I know you're one of my prayer warriors too. Alfred, I see you. I'm waving to everybody here. Janet again. Let's see. Let's see. I don't want to butcher your name, so I'm not going to try. I think it's Cleotrice. Hi, Val again. I'm not sure who's still watching this. A few people. Donna Bumgarden. I see you. I see all y'all. Shamika and Sean. I hope y'all like this. I'm going to go ahead and roll out, y'all. Listen. To that person or persons that's looking for me, I'm looking for you. There's some work that God has called me to do. And not only just me, but my wife and I as a unit, just like Sean and Shamika, we're a unit. I am her and she is me. That's why I love when you said that, Sean. I am her. When you see me right now, what you're seeing is me and Myra sitting right here. She's not here. She's at work. But guess what? At work, guess who's with her? Me. Huh? I'm with her. She's with me. We're one. Okay? And then there's some people that we're recruiting, and God has put us God has put us in their lives and put them in our lives. I made a video the other day talking about my warriors. I'm hooking up. I'm lining up. Cue me low. You one of them, Lamont Brown, Sean Bradley, and Shamika, and more. We have work to do, y'all. We have work to do. My cousin Brian, I called you out the other day, Sunday, man. I called you. And I'm not going to let you rest. I'm not going to let you rest with this because God is saying, call him home. Bring him home. He needs to be a part of this. Benny Gregory, you're going to be a big part of it because you're going to help me teach the guys how to close order drill. That's going to be part of the discipline aspect of it. It's a huge vision, y'all. And the thing about it, it's a vision that I have, and I'm going to make it plain and simple. That he who readeth it and sees it can do what? Run with it. And even if I get taken out, y'all be like, no, we can keep going with this. Mike laid the vision down. We can still keep running with this. That's the whole thing. A good leader will never have a situation where if he gets taken out, everything else crumbles. No. We're going to set it up that even if I get taken out, y'all can still keep running and branch off like fire teams, squads in a platoon. And it won't stop. All right? So we got a lot of work to do. Shamika, Sean, stay safe, man. Y'all still out there moving around. I'm practicing social distancing. I only go to dialysis and back home. I'm even getting ready to stop going to the grocery store. I'm going to start having groceries delivered. Just leave it on the front porch. Now go away. Okay. I've already paid for it. Your tips in that envelope down there. All right? Until this thing is over. And finally, I'll go back to this. Mr. President, if you get this message somehow, but somebody shares it, and somebody just even jokingly says, hey, Mr. President, look at this guy. I think he's trying to talk to you and tell you what to do. You bet. I'm telling you, Mr. President, you might want to take heed to my words. Because you could never say, once you hear them, you never knew. There's going to come a judgment day that all of us will stand before the Maker. And I don't care who you are. We all get a chance to go and stand. All right? And I could just see you now trying to convince God somehow you didn't know. You never got the word. And he's going to say the same thing to you. I sent Michael the prophet to talk to you. And he made a video. And he sent this specifically for you. And he said, if you look in this camera and look in his eyes, I'm talking straight to you. Fall down on your knees. Repent. Confess your sins. And pray. And ask God for forgiveness. Lord, I'm so sorry. Bless this nation. Bless this country. Bless this world. You're supposed to be the leader. Just listen to this. Watch this. I'm going to go back to the president here. You're supposed to be at the seat of the highest position, the most powerful seat in the world. The United States president. So for a man that's a narcissist, egotistical maniac. I'm sorry, let me go back. Let me retract that. Back off of that, Mike. For a man who says he knows more about anything, about everything, and he's done more for Jesus Christ, he's done more for Christians than Jesus Christ, that sits at the highest power, the seat in the world, and then he doesn't want to acknowledge God? If this man starts saying, you need to start worshiping me, which he essentially he does anyway, in his own way, coded language. You need to worship me, because I'm doing more for you all than even God is doing for you. He's saying that in his own way. And this is why, and then we wonder why we've got this coronavirus going on. Come on, y'all. Use your heads. This is common sense. God can't be happy. I'll refer you to the Tower of Babel. Remember that? Real quick, basically it was people who thought they were greater than God. They were going to build a tower to reach God. And God said, okay, I'm going to confuse your language. They couldn't even, they all started babbling at each other. That's where the term Babel come from. They started babbling at each other. What in the world are you talking about, man? How are we going to finish this tower now? I can't understand what you're saying. Okay? Same synopsis, same scenario. All right? We think we're so great. We're so smart. We're the greatest nation in the world. Most powerful nation in the world. Then we have a guy that sits at the seat of that most powerful nation in the world, telling everybody he's done more for Christians than Jesus. In a minute, he's going to come out and explicitly say, I've done more for anybody than anybody, including God. He's going to stop talking in code. And then we wonder why God stopped the earth on its axis. Now, who's in charge here? Until you acknowledge it, who's in charge? who's ultimately in control, I'm gonna make you all drop like flies. I got a feeling, y'all, we ain't seen no work. Listen, this is only the beginning. I hate to be a doomsayer. But and it could be as simple as the president himself saying, okay, listen, y'all, we tried everything else, and I heard from Mike the prophet, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna have a national day of mourning, okay? And I'm gonna fall down. I fell down on my knees last night, and I sincerely asked God for forgiveness, and I was wrong, and I'm publicly acknowledging that now. You will see an instant change the next day. We found a cure, Mr. President. Imagine that. That's all I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna go back and hit my golf balls, y'all. I love y'all. Peace. Y'all be good. Y'all be safe. Be safe out here. This stuff is real. We're fighting. Listen, I never thought I would see this day. I never thought I would see this day. And even now, it all seems surreal. I know y'all feeling the same way. It's like, man, this all seems surreal. Is this really happening? Yes, it's happening. And you better get right. The lost one, I'm looking for you. I'm looking for you, and you're looking for me. Let's find each other. Let's find our way to each other. All right? Peace. I love y'all.